What's going on, y'all? It's DG back with another video. Today we're going to talk about the new Anthony Edwards 1 by Adidas, so let's get right into it. So Anthony Edwards has been making so much noise this past summer due to his amazing performances on Team USA, and pretty much like every single podcast, because I feel like NBA podcasts have been at an all-time high this summer, but pretty much every single podcast guest or host has been mentioning Anthony Edwards as next up in terms of just NBA stardom. So it's only fitting that Adidas gives him his own signature shoe. And let's go over the tech first before we talk about the looks, which I'll spend the majority of my time talking about. So it seems like they're going to be using Boost cushioning, which is pretty standard amongst Adidas models. It's the best cushioning that they have in my personal opinion, and I just love Boost in general, so that will be good. Feel like it's going to be a really good court feel shoe, similar to the Hardens, so I wouldn't be surprised if they feel similar to the Hardens pretty much. In terms of the outsole and traction, they're saying it's a herringbone blade pattern. Pretty much a herringbone pattern, but in like these triangles or arrows pointing to the top. So I really like that. I feel like that's going to be a good performance-wise. But it does seem pretty close together in terms of the groove, so I wonder if that will pick up dust. The upper consists of what they're calling a flexible knit upper, and it also has a unique split tongue design, they say. And this leads over into the looks, because the upper is pretty much what everyone is talking about. Now, guys, y'all have to understand that Adidas has to do something different, right? Nike dominates the market. I feel like Adidas is kind of that second place, and they got to do something different in order to differentiate themselves from every single basketball shoe that people wear, right? I think they did that extremely well with the Harden Volume 7, where it was a jarring design when they first leaked. A lot of people weren't rocking with it, but over time, when people started playing in it, they saw the great colorways, they saw the great marketing that Adidas does. They grew to love the Harden Volume 7 because it's just a great performance basketball shoe, and the looks grew on people over time, right? I think if the performance is great, then people will just grow to like the looks. In terms of the Anthony Edwards 1, guys, this seems like a mix between the Yeezy Quantum and the Harden Volume 7. I feel like the upper gives me some kind of like weird phobia and stuff like that. I feel like a lot of people may be kind of just like get the chills from this shoe. But other than that, I like the design. I like the looks. I feel like the holes are obviously for ventilation, and they look good on feet, honestly. And I like how the upper is very, very plain. This really reminds me of the Yeezy Quantums, guys. I'm not sure if you guys are seeing it, but it pretty much looks like it from this angle at least. And I really like the Yeezy Quantum design, actually. I really wanted to performance test those. This also is a mid-cut design, which a lot of people may not rock with because a lot of people are just used to low-top basketball shoes. But I have just this gut feeling that this will be a good performer. It looks to be semi-lightweight. It looks to be really comfortable. Those upper materials look very nice and non-constricting. That knit on the collar as well, which will feel really nice, reminds me of just different Yeezy models. I feel like the lockdown's really going to be good. You got that big beefy heel counter. The lacing system reminds me of a boot or something like that, so I feel like that's going to be really locking you in. And they're going to use Boost, so that's going to be comfortable, responsive. It's going to be really good for performance. The only way this shoe will fail is if it's really heavy and the traction is not good. In terms of the colorways, they're not necessarily my favorite. I do like the orange and black one the most, the one that was recently just debuted by him and his team. So that's the pair that I'll be going for. That's the pair that I would want to performance test. But I do like the salmon colorway because it's just all monochromatic. It's all the same color. They are supposed to be releasing this holiday season, which is really smart on Adidas's part, because the holiday season, a lot of people are buying. It's a good time to market. It's a good time to build hype because the NBA season starts very, very soon, and you got a couple months just to have different colorways, get different marketing on it. So it's a good move on Adidas's part. Overall, I'm liking the aesthetics, guys. I think these will look really good, especially on feet. I like mid-cut designs that aren't too bulky, and these are mid-cut. They do look a little bit substantial, but it does remind me of a Yeezy where it does look really, really sleek and it's nothing too overbearing, especially on feet. So I really like how they look, and they just look like a signature basketball shoe, right? I like the fact that this is a mid-cut shoe because I want a shoe that looks like a signature basketball shoe. Like, this is what Anthony Edwards is wearing, and it looks pretty substantial. It looks kind of big and bulky, but at the same time, I don't think it will be because this guy, the way he plays, he can't be in a heavy shoe. So I'm excited to play in another mid-cut because I feel like there's not a lot of those on the market, and overall, these look different, and I appreciate that. And Anthony Edwards definitely deserves it, guys. He's a straight up beast, and he's super young, so he's only got more years to grow and more years to bud into the NBA star he's becoming. So having his first signature shoe is going to be really nice down the line. James Harden's getting a little bit older. He's on his 7th signature shoe. You do have Trae Young as well, Donovan Mitchell, but I feel like in terms of just the potential, the budding star, that is Anthony Edwards. And for him to get a signature shoe is definitely just well-deserved. This shoe is really different, which I really appreciate. And I feel like that's a sign of a good shoe, right? It's supposed to spark controversy. It's supposed to spark emotion. And most of all, I feel like people will grow to like this over time, just like the Harden Volume 7. So let me know what you guys think of the new Anthony Edwards 1 by Adidas. I'm very excited for these because I just like how it looks besides the holes. But I'll probably get over that. I just like how it's different and it's a mid-cut. It looks like a real signature basketball shoe, and I'm excited just overall to test these and give you guys my thoughts. Leave a comment down below. Give me your honest thoughts on the new Anthony Edwards 1, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.